How are y'all feeling? What's going on? Give me in one word how you feeling right now. I feel blank. Let me know, because I know we're gonna have a little variation, and it's cool. It's cool. I just want y'all to help. Just be honest with me. That's all I ask you to do is be honest. And I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna meet you where you're at every time. Every single time. All right, I hear a little bit of noise. Let me see if I can mute everyone. There we go. Perfect. Now, where's my chat? Come on, Zoom. Give me my chat. There it is. All right. I can see all these good comments now. Ooh. I got to get my energy together because today has been a non-stop day. I'm not going to complain. It's been a non-stop day. So if you've had a non-stop day too, I understand. Super good. Great. Great. Yes. I'm seeing sick. Oh no, Chrissy, no. Coach Chrissy, we can't have you sick, baby. So we are praying for you to get well as soon as possible. ASAP Rocky. We can't have that. So I hope you feel better for real, Coach Chrissy. Now that just speaks to your work ethic. Like you're here and you don't feel well. So listen, I see you, okay? I see you. Ashley, what's good? Natalia's ready. Yes. Coach Corey, great. I had to say it just like that because that's how she typed it. Gianna, good. Awesome. Nakia, awesome. Yes, ready, good, excited. Awesome, good, exhausted. Davina, tell me about it, baby. But let's shake that. Let's shake it off. Let's shake it off because tonight we're gonna get into some nitty-gritty. And I need y'all's attention for this because this is the stuff that we don't like to do. And we probably won't do it unless we either have someone do it for us or have someone walk us through it. Okay. So we're going to do it together tonight. So I need all this good energy. Good, great, a little tired. I feel you, Samela. Good, exhausted. No. We're gonna push past that exhaustion, y'all, because this is stuff that we really need to do. Stuff that I'm actually excited about presenting because I didn't know so many did not have this background information and just didn't have these tools in the arsenal. So we are going to kick it tonight and get it done. Okay. Because I'm good. Oh, I'm not recording. Thank you for reminding me. Y'all are the best. Recording in progress. Did I sound like her a little bit? All right, Lisa, I'm letting Lisa in right now. Ashanti says, I'm exhausted that my side job is getting in the way of my business. I heard that. Hot toddy tonight. Hey, save me some. Oh, Shakita, I'm glad that you're here too. And I hope that you feel well and feel better very soon, love. Blessed and ready. Yes. Job kept you late. No. I feel you, but I'm so glad that you're here, man, Teresa. I love it. Okay, so listen. Tonight, optimistic. Okay, I got most of the good stuff. So what I got was exhausted. I got exhausted out of it. That if that's the only left feeling that we have, everything else is on the right side, that's the only thing that's on the left side, I'm actually okay with that because I know it's late in the day and most of us have so many responsibilities in the beginning of the day. So let's get this together because I need energy right now because this energy is going to fuel your business and your brand. So let's all pull it together. For the ones that's exhausted, that means we all in this together. Let's make some noise. I want everybody to unmute your mics and I want you to make some noise. I don't care if you got some neighbors, you got some kids, just down a little bit. Unmute, make some noise. You're I love it. I love it. Listen, if your neighbors at this point think you're a little crazy, okay.
That's why I'm tired, because of my neighbors last night.
I don't know if I want to know exactly that story, but you know,
I didn't either, but
listen, y'all crack me up. Y'all keep me going for real, because I have to admit, I'm a little bit overworked today. I'm not gonna say exhausted, but I am definitely overworked today. But I'm here too. I haven't been feeling my best, but I'm getting better, and that's because I know what I have to do. I know what my mission is, and I know that that the reason why I'm here is to make sure that I can do the most to be of service to you all. So do let me know. I want y'all to participate. I need y'all to make sure that you're interfacing with me so I know where we're going, because a lot of this material, I'm either going to speak directly to you, or if I don't know, if you're not speaking back to me and telling me that this is something that's helpful or good, I don't know if it's helpful or good for you. Okay. So literally, I am an open book of all kind of knowledge and information, but I just need to know what you need to know, okay? So that we can be successful. So tonight, oh, you're welcome, Lala. I appreciate you too, love. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute everyone, but keep your cameras on. We're gonna keep each other company and make sure nobody dozing off on the camera. If you are dozing off on the camera, guess what? We see you. So it's okay, it's all right. But we're gonna pull through this together, because tonight is actually pretty interesting. All right. I want you to tell me in the chat right now, how many of you have a logo? How many of you have a logo? If you have a logo, give me a 1. If you do not have a logo, give me a 0. And I'm not being specific about what type of logo or anything of that matter. Just if you have a logo, give me a 1. If you do not have a logo, give me a 0. All right, all right. I see a few zeros here. Mostly 1s, and that's good. That's really good. Okay, in process, got you. Got you, got you. Now, I'm going to ask a second part of this question, okay? No, Felicia, you don't need dual screens. For this challenge, my goal is to do everything without dual screens, because I didn't want to eliminate anyone for this challenge. I wanted everyone to be able to participate. So there may be times where you see my screen and you may have to let my screen down in order to do what you do, but it will be easy enough to where you don't have to have dual screens. However, if you have dual screens, you know how I feel about dual screens. Once you go dual, you will never go back. Okay. All right, here's someone coming in now. Let me go ahead and let John in. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, since I have some people that do not have logos, we're going to do 2 different processes. The first thing that we're going to do, and let me know, before we get to this process, I want to know who even knows about this. Have you ever searched your brand name or your business name on uspto.gov, which is the federal website to file trademarks and patents? Okay, if you never searched that before, give me a 0. And let's be real here. If you already searched it, give me a 1. Okay, 0. Okay. Now, I don't want you all to feel lacking or embarrassed or anything of that nature, because I recently was in a meeting and in several different meetings with several very, very well-to-do entrepreneurs. We're talking 7 figures and better. And most of them had no idea whether their ideas were able to be trademarked or if they were already taken. Can we agree that that's a dangerous position to be in if you're building a brand? Especially, we're thinking like, oh, okay, well, we're just down here at this level. We'll get it eventually. There are people who have 7-figure brands that don't know about this, okay? So I don't want you to feel like you're lacking at all. It's just that the information changes situations, right? So this is one of those things that is not necessarily the fun Photoshoppy, make a project, but this challenge is really about the meat and potatoes of building a brand. So we're going to get into some aspects of design, but for the most part, we want to make sure that we're building a solid business. Okay. We're building a solid business that can grow, can scale, is marketable, and can make us money. Is that okay? Can we focus on that this time? Okay. We usually focus on fun stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I made my shirt design. But how do I sell it? And how do I make money off of this? Okay, so that's what this challenge is really about, how to make money, particularly online. But also I'm going to give y'all strategies to make money locally too. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the site in the chat. So everyone try not to chat right now. So when I put the site, everyone will see it. Here it is right here, my link. Let's copy and paste it.
Here she said this class is about making money.
Amen. Let's get it. And here's the thing.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I know you probably thought you was on mute, but hey, it must have been meant to be heard by everyone. All right, so I'm putting this in the chat. All right, so here's the first thing. Now, I will tell you this, it takes money to make money. We all know this, but I can give you the baseline to where it costs. You can start something with nothing. You really can start something with nothing, but in order to grow it, you need something, okay? So usually what I do is I teach you tiers of how to scale up to where you need. I'm not going to tell you, hey, jump into this and start spending thousands of dollars, because many of us don't have it. I'm letting you know the risk as you jump in at this level, what you can do. And the best thing that you can do is to get the money to jump to the next level. Okay. So what you should be doing in business is just reinvesting in business to grow that business. Pretty much everything that comes out, look at it as, hey, if I can pay my bills and I can put it back in the business, that's what it's for. Okay. And when we start getting up into the high six figures and seven figures, then we lay a little bit to the side for us, okay? Because then we have some understanding of how that money is generating money. All right. So I just put a link in the chat. It is for the USPTO test search. That's for the trademark. And I want y'all to go to that link right now. I'm going to see if I can pull it up on the screen here. Let's see if I can do a little screen shareage. Boom, boom. And then if you all need to share a screen, let me know. Like if you're just really lost and you don't see what I'm seeing, I want you to say it in the chat so I can call on you and I can help you through, okay? Okay. Let me go to share my screen. And here it is. Can you all see my screen now? You'll see at the top it says trademarks. It's the trademark electronic search system. Y'all see the test there? Awesome, awesome. If you don't see that, give me a 2 so I know to help you, okay? Like I said, my objective is to make sure we make it through this. This is super important. Super important. All right, so what we're going to do, I don't see any 2s, I see all yeses, that's great. I want everyone to click here on basic word mark search. Let's click on there. And where it says search term, we're going to leave all the other settings the same, and I'll talk a little bit about it. Live and dead is generally if a trademark is live, you know, it's rolling, it's good to go. If it's dead, that means somewhere along the lines, either it wasn't used anymore, or maybe they dropped the ball in the process, so it's no longer any good. So we're going to look up live and dead just so that we have some understanding of what did exist before or what could have existed. Because if there's something that's dead and then it's in your name, I want you to know that there's a chance that somebody could pick that up, okay? All right, so search term, I want you to search your business, okay? So don't type in your business, like really type in what the name of your business is. I have some folks that, bless their hearts, they take me so literal. So let's just say your biz. I'm going to see if that's available. Okay, if I hit enter, or I can click on submit query, and you see that there's a lot of names here that have your biz in it. Okay. Now, what you want to look for, you want to look specifically for something that has your name And then the other thing is you want to see if it's in your category. Okay. So for instance, most of us said we were garment decorators, right? So you're looking at being in the space where you're creating marketing materials for others. So that could actually be considered a service. You could also look up if you are doing your own branded apparel, that's apparel. That's a certain category. You also have, if you are a retailer, let's just say that you have even if you don't have a brick and mortar store, you might be only online, but you're a retailer if you're selling other items to people, right? So you want to make sure that your name is available in the space that you intend to use it. If you're doing health products, I know one of you said that you wanted to do, Queen, I think it was you, or you wanted to do beauty products, you will want to make sure that your name is open in the beauty products range. So what I want to do is I want someone to share their screen with me. I'm going to stop my screen share and I will show you in real time how to, if you want help right now, this is your turn to give me a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you want help. You can pull yours up on the screen and I'll help you. Okay, Lisa, go ahead and pull yours up on the screen. And whenever you do share a screen with me, you won't see any Zoom stuff anymore. You'll just be sharing your screen and that's okay. I want you to know it didn't disappear. I can see it. All right. Okay. So I see For Life Creations, and it looks like at some point in time, let's see, looks like all versions of it now are dead. Okay. That's a good sign. And see, this is why I wanted y'all to look up the dead and live ones, because although they're dead, if you know at some point in time somebody filed this, I want y'all to get a little scared. I want you to get on your business, okay? Because this means that it is possible that somebody could come back for that name, right? And the other thing is I want you to check the industries. So let's see, Lisa, I'm going to turn my marker on here. And let's just say you click on this one. Click on that one for me. Just where it says serial number, click on that serial number for me. There you go. And it should open up in a new window, or it may open up in this window. All right. So it's a little, like, I don't know why these work. You must have one of them really wide screens. I bet. You can unmute your mic too, Lisa, so we can talk.
Hi there. Okay, you want me to make it a little smaller? Is that better?
No, I think what it is, it's just if you have a wide screen, because I have one too, like a really, really ultra wide screen, it just makes everything really long and it makes it kind of tiny for everybody else, but it's cool. We're going to
help?
We're going to work with this. Okay, now I wanted to give a disclaimer. I am not a trademark or patent attorney. Okay, this is strictly for educational purposes. And all I'm asking you to do right now is do your due diligence and research before you go building your brand. Okay. Now I will give you the advice to definitely contact an attorney. I have a suggestion. My trademark attorney, I will definitely be willing to share. I'm getting 7 things trademarked as of right now, and 3 more on the way. So I'll give you the price for that is around about $1,300. And then if you're doing what they call a family mark, like something that is in a different category but the same name, you usually can add that on for around $800, depending on how many you're doing. I think I got a pretty good deal because I was doing a lot at one time. So so basically I'm just giving you an idea of what to look forward to. It's about $1,200 to $1,300 to trademark your name. That's if it's clear and clean and there are no what they call substantive actions, meaning that they don't have to go back and fight somebody for that name, like what Kim Kardashian is going through with the original owner of Skin Cosmetics, or right? So we want to be mindful of that. And if we can avoid that type of confrontation, that type of legal confrontation, that's what we want. Okay. So so here I can see that I'm just trying to see what industries this was used as. Mainly alcoholic beverages except beer. So that's not really too much of a problem. However, it looks like they went to use this for everything from printing and art and cosmetics and It's probably why it was abandoned, because I don't know if they apply for all of those different categories, but that's not how that really works. So so let's go back. Let's go back a step there, because that's a lot. That word mark right there is a lot. Let's scroll on down. Let's do, here we go. Let's do low carb creations, your choice for life. Let's click on that one. I can pretty much tell by the title that that one has to do with maybe health and wellness. That's probably not in the apparel decorating space, but let's just say if those were live, those could potentially cause threats to you being able to trademark, depending on whether they're in your same category, and it could cause any confusion. Okay. So eventually I'm talking to my trademark attorney to see if I can get her to come on Innate Lab, YouTube, and also into the inner circle and give us some good information. It can't be considered advice unless you actually contract an attorney, but they can definitely give you some, hey, this has happened before, this is what you want to look out for, and these are the steps that you want to do to make sure that you do secure your brand. Okay. All right. So who has some that were, and in this case, this is good, Lisa. So I hope that that you taking this as a good sign and you move forward with your trademark. Okay. Who has some that are live? I want to see some that are live right now. Who has some that are live? Give me a 3 if you have some that are live. All right, Elizabeth, go ahead and share your screen for me, love. And again, this is not legal advice, but I will let you know that this is the least that you can do for yourself. If you find this information helpful right now, go ahead and give me a 100 in the chat. If this information is something new to you that you find helpful, give me a 100 in the chat right now. I need to see if this is something that, okay, this is something I should be talking about then. All right. A lot of 100s. Okay, Angela, Brandy, Judy, Davina, Lala, Darlene, Queen, Melissa, Eleanor, Samela, and then some of them are going by so fast, I'm not meaning to overlook you. All right, Tina, Jennifer, Van Teresa, Gianna. Okay, awesome. Well, this is information I've been sitting on for a long time. I didn't know it was that helpful. So that's why I say it's good to have your feedback, because I want to know what you need to know. Okay. So let's see. Go ahead and go to your, Elizabeth, go to your test search, love. Do you have the link pulled up? Because I am seeing your Zoom screen right now.
I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. I lost the link.
Okay, well, let me paste it in the chat. Or you won't be able to see the chat, will you? Let me know if you see the chat.
I can see the chat. I'm
Okay.
looking for it now.
Okay, I am pasting it right there. You see
Okay.
where I pasted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Now let's go up to the top one that says basic word mark search. And let me turn on my marker so you can see.
Yes, because I don't see that.
Right there. Boom.
Oh, I was looking everywhere but there.
It's okay. All right. And then in the search term field, go ahead and type the name of your business.
Okay.
Love it. Okay, now we're going to search for live and dead. And I want you to go ahead and hit submit query. Okay, if there are no records, now that doesn't mean there's no threat. Let me tell you what happens. Okay, let's go back. Just go back just a second. Just go back one screen here. So let's say yours is Forever Rose Creations. Maybe it's not that exact combination, but maybe there's Rose Creations or Forever Creations. If there's anything that can cause any type of confusion in the marketplace, especially in your category, it can be flagged. Now, I'm not the attorney. Even the attorneys don't know what's going to be overturned. They could just give you their best opinion based on what they have experience with and what they see as problematic. So usually what that's called is an opinion letter. So initially they do a search. Okay, so just like we're doing right now, this is a preliminary search. What you're doing right now is called a preliminary search. You don't have to be an attorney to do a preliminary search. However, you saw that that exact name wasn't used yet, so it looks real appealing. But if you go into Rose Creations, let's take off the Forever and just put in Rose Creations. And I'm not saying this would be a problem, but if Rose Creations was there and it was a, let's see, Rose Creations, no, I don't even see Rose Creations, so you may even be good there. But let's say, for instance, I see 025 here. That means that it's an apparel brand, right? Although this one is dead, let's just imagine. Let's click on this one. I'm trying to keep it in line with this. Boom, boom, boom. Rose Creations, art that you can wear, right? So let's click on that one. Let's click on that number. And let's just say this was live. Oh my gosh, she makes scarves and scarves. So let's just say scarves was a part of your product line that you wanted to offer with your brand on it. This may be a conflict if this was live, right? So so basically this is just giving you an overview of what's possible for your brand. All right. So when we go playing with logos tonight, I want to make sure that in your head, you're clear to make this logo, because what if we had made a logo and they exactly had your brand name already taken, right? Would you feel comfortable continuing to build that brand and make a Shopify store and make a logo and pay for ads to be directed to your website and all this other stuff? How do you think that would make you feel if you didn't own any of that?
Not very good, but I did check this before I started it. So this was one of my first steps that I did do. I checked this before I created my name and my logo.
Awesome. So this is one of the first steps. I don't hear people talk about this enough. And as a matter of fact, like I said, I think that even if somebody talks about it, we may not know exactly where to go to do our due diligence. So after this point, if you all want, I'm going to put my attorney's information. Where is it? Right there. Her name is Rosina Pierce. And I'm going to stop the screen sharing there, Elizabeth. So I'm going to share my screen for a second. And she was ranked number 32 out of 34,000 patent attorneys, I think, in the United States. And she's gorgeous and she's brilliant. And, you know, she's just all around just doing her thing. Like, she's amazing. If you want to consult with her, you can go down to the bottom here, and then you can actually book a discovery call for like $25. They'll do exactly what we did, but it'll be with one of their paralegals that actually know like a good understanding of what to move forward with and what not to move forward with. And then you can look at actually retaining services. So if you want somebody other than me, who's not a professional in this realm, to sit down with you and say, hey, there may or may not be issues with trademarking this name. It's a $25 book a discovery call. I don't get any money for this because it's legal stuff. So we're not allowed to do affiliates or anything. I just want to make sure that you all have somewhere to go that has reliable information and great customer service. Okay. So if you want to book a call, it looks like they even have something tomorrow if you want. All right. So that's just, I'll put that in the chat here. If you want to consult with an attorney, you can also just Google trademark attorneys. And the thing about the trademark attorneys, they don't have to be in your state because trademarks are federal. So you may, want to find someone that's in your state, but it's not necessary. Okay. All right. So I think she is located in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Yep, Chicago. All right. So if your search said dead, that's great. If you receive some stuff on there that you may be a little bit confused about, then I would say absolutely get on your P's and Q's and book a discovery call. If not with Rosina and her law firm, then someone who can give you some guidance on that, okay, before we start building this thing. All right. Anybody just really scared and they think something is wrong and I can't give legal advice, but you want me to look at it real quick and give you my what I would do in your shoes. I can't say my advice, but what I would do in your shoes. If so, go ahead and give me a 1. Okay, Shakita, go ahead. And Coach Corey, yours said no, No, it had no results, so you're good. I still would go ahead and proceed with contacting an attorney though. Okay. Somebody's that didn't say no results. If it said no results, don't worry about that, but still get on it. Okay. Act right, custom and design. Got you. And Chiquita, let's go ahead and hit submit query and let's see what pulls up.
I couldn't find, oh, right here.
Mm-hmm. That's it. So the fact that it says no records were found means that nobody has that exact name. However, it could be a combination of words. So that's why I can't just say, oh, you're free and clear, willy-nilly, go out there, do your thing. And even if it is free and clear, it's still worth it to go ahead and put things in place so that as soon as they get it filed with the USPTO, which is the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, as soon as it's filed, they'll give you, hey, it's filed. You can go ahead and throw that TM at the end of it, and we're in the trademark process. That process used to take about 3 to 6 months. Now, since COVID, it's taken about 9 months and sometimes up to a year. That's a long time to wait. So usually in the meantime, you can use the TM, which is the trademark. And then once your application comes back undisputed, then you can get that R with that circle around it, that registered trademark with the circle around it. Now that is super, super official. But in order to put the trademark on there and in order to put the TM, you have to have filed the application. Okay. Otherwise, I'm saying what I believe. I believe you're not able to put a trademark. You're definitely not able to put the R, the registered circle, with your logo or your brand name.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Morticia, okay, you're welcome, love. Morticia, that's an excellent question. Morticia says, can you have the same name as another business, but selling different categories of items? Absolutely. And Morticia, if you have an example of that, feel free to share your screen because I would like to show you where you see the categories, okay? And this was a little confusing to me at first when I was doing my research. So I could show you what to search for that. Okay. So we're going to just check on this last one. Let's see, either Morticia, if you don't need to share, love, let's see, Nisi, you may share yours. You want to share yours? Okay. And Chandra, yours is there, but it's for blow print, not blow prints, and it's different items. So as long as it's dead, I think you're in the clear to go ahead and contact an attorney for that one. But let's say if it was alive and you had blow prints, 2 different words, and they had blow print, that was 1 word. If it was within the same or overlapping categories, they could consider it to be, confusing to the customer, because what they're looking at is they don't want a customer to think they're getting one website or one service and it's really another, right? So that's the whole reason why we're able to protect our brand names. So if it is even in overlapping industries, it could be considered confusing. For instance, you have advertising, marketing, and then you also have, let's say, for instance, you have your print materials, right? So your print materials could technically overlap with your advertising and marketing and be confusing to a customer who was looking to print advertising and advertising material with the same name brand, right? So let's see, yours is Styles and Style, okay? And which one do you see that is, and this is what an attorney will actually break down each and every line item, okay? Go ahead and click on that one. We'll check it out since it's live. Okay, now see, this is where it could get a little, well, it says photography and digital imaging services, right? So that's not necessarily graphic design services, but if they feel like it's any kind of confusion in the marketplace, that could be an issue. Now, what'll happen when they return the opinion letter, it's the opinion of the attorney, and the attorney says, hey, it's my opinion that these may pose an issue. So I have to let you know that these may pose an issue before we go forward in filing this, because if we file this, there is a chance, maybe even a likelihood, that it will come back either denied or challenged, right? If it comes back denied or challenged, then we have to do something else, which requires us to do extra work, which requires you to pay extra money. Do you want to proceed? And then you decide from there whether you want to proceed with those known challenges, or whether you want to say, you know what, let me pick another name. I don't even want to deal with this, right? So, so that would definitely be something that I would consult with an attorney about. Okay. Okay, ink splash promos versus ink splash. So I would definitely, Lala, consult with an attorney to make sure that that's not going to be an issue with you to proceed to basically building up this brand. Let me tell you what can happen. Let's say you build up this brand, right? And there was another company that really has rights to it, and you don't have the rights to it because you never secured that. What they could do if they come across your brand, let's say you're making t-shirts or you're making your own ink or whatever it is, and they own that brand, not only could they issue a cease and desist, which means, hey, stop what you're doing in your tracks right here and now, or else I can take further action, or I probably will take further action. What they can do if they're successful, which is not hard if they already have proven that they own the name, they can actually take all of your merchandise. Every last bit of your merchandise that is branded with that name, they can physically take possession of it. If you've ever heard about anybody basically selling fake Jordans or Nikes or fake Nike apparel that they were making, and Nike can come and physically confiscate. Let's say you done bought $30,000 worth of sneakers from somebody you thought was reputable and you thought you were going to resell those sneakers. Nike will physically come after you for that merchandise. You will have nothing in your hand. They'll either burn it or whatever they have to do to protect their brand, which we could understand if somebody was selling our stuff counterfeit, right? But then you're left with nothing. You built your whole foundation on this brand that really wasn't yours in the first place. So that's one of the things that I wanted to, not the glamorous part, it's not the super fun part, but it now gets your wheels turning and gets us understanding what we should be taking responsibility for. Okay. I don't want anybody knocking on your door or leaving notices in your mailbox talking about cease and desist. And I'm coming after everything that you have if you do not. Okay. Coach Corey says a building just got raided for selling brands and took all their stuff. They had a huge order just come in. Y'all hear that? This stuff is real now. This is real. Okay. If it says that it's abandoned, I would still check with a professional. But if it's live and it's abandoned, I believe that it would still say dead. Does yours say live or dead, Jennifer? And Bernita, go ahead and share your screen. Yours will be the last one, because I want us to get on to the actual fun part. I wanted to get us concerned about this whole thing, and then I want us to have fun with the logos. Okay. How much is it to file? I've seen people do it as low as like $9.97, like basically $1,000 to $1,300. I've seen people quote even higher. It depends on whether they're including any kind of substantive action or not. But yeah, I would say anywhere from like $1,000, $1,300 is common. And I'm not certain if there's an annual fee. Actually, I think there's not an annual fee. From my understanding, do not take this as law. From my understanding, as long as you use it, you own it. So you know how there are some things like you have to renew every so many years. As long as you're using it, you own it for life. Like McDonald's owns the trademark McDonald's for life as long as they use it. If they go a period of time without using it, then I'm sure that it could be considered abandoned, right? And someone else may want to pick up McDonald's, but I'm positive McDonald's will never let that happen. All right, in his name creations, go ahead and submit query. Okay, so we don't see search criteria there. However, if you just search like in his, so the word creations might be like what they call, I think, like a common name or something. So in his name, if you look up in his name, right? You see there are
Yeah.
probably several things within his name, but are
Yeah.
any of those things in the graphics field, advertising and marketing, and the apparel brand? I can tell you right here, this one that's live. And
With
you
the
gotta be
festival.
even careful. Let's see. That is,
Hear me?
hold on just a second. Let me tell you which one to click on. Hold on. Go back for a second.
This one.
Hold on. Let's see. This is 25. Oh, I'm trying to stay in the line, but it's so hard. Yep, let's go to that one.
That one's is t-shirts. Look at this.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is something that's just one of those sticky situations. You got to talk to your attorney. If you wanted to develop a brand of apparel called in his name, where you like, it was on the tag, it was on the hang tag, in his name, it's just like a Nike, right? If you
Mhm.
wanted to develop that, this looks like it's taken.
Right.
However, if yours is in his name creations and you provide custom products for others, that would not be the same category. So here's the thing. If you wanted to ever sell your branded shirts
Mhm.
and it said in his name in it, you may run into issues if you start having in your store shirts that say in his name.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's infringing on their copyright. It looks like they've had it since 2006 and it is live, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
So that's information that's important for when we're building our brands. So not saying that you can't do in his name creations, but if you just got a great idea, like everybody's like, oh, I love the in his name. It's a beautiful, powerful phrase. Why don't you just sell t-shirts and just say in his name, right? You might get yourself in trouble not knowing that it already existed.
Absolutely. Do any of these have any correlation to like the NAICS code, the NAICS code?
No, but I will tell you, it's similar to how you look that up. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find that link for you. So this is called the it's the Trademark Classification, and let me see if I can find those for you. Trademark Classifications, USPTO.gov. And y'all, please forgive USPTO.gov, because when I tell you, I'm going to share my screen for a second. It's not easy searching this website. And you would think, with as tech savvy as we are and as advanced as the government should have websites be these days, one might assume that it would be a lot easier to search this information. And one would be wrong. So here's a link. I'm going to put it in the chat here, and then I'm going to put it in my notes. So for those who missed the live today, I'll have this in the back end of the challenge. All right, so these are the categories, and you have to search, go down here. Where is it? You can actually do a search with just the codes too. Where are the actual codes? This is telling you how to search them. Design, search code manual. Look, when I tell you this stuff is not for the faint of heart. Here it is, classification of your goods and services. Let's expand all. Here we go. Okay. So remember I told y'all 25 is for clothing. So if you were doing like a clothing brand, 25 is one of the most popular ones that you would look for, because most of the time we're talking about branding ourselves. People think, oh, I want to do a clothing brand. What you all are doing is not necessarily building a clothing brand. Some of you are building clothing brands, but what you're doing is you're actually providing a service. It might be considered an advertising and business service, right? Because you're helping people to brand themselves. I think it could also fall under a category of, where is it? Oh, you can also see a more detailed list of what each category covers. Look at that, fun stuff. So definitely click on this link, get familiar with it, so at least you have some understanding. Because here's the thing, even when you contact a patent attorney or the trademark attorney, they understand these classifications, but they don't understand your business. So even when I was explaining what it is that I do, I had to realize that I actually have 3 categories. I have education, because I have like an academy where I'm educating people, right? And I also have apparel, because I do want to brand it as an apparel brand. And then the third thing was to do a retail. So retail could be like Walmart. Walmart, the name brand, is the retail name. But Walmart also brands its products under a brand name such as Great Value or Sam's Choice, right? So we have to understand that those are different classifications for those brands. All right, so I'm not trying to work your mind completely up over this. I just wanted to make sure that you have the information, that you're at least aware of what we should be working on, what we should be working toward and forward for business, okay? Oh, did I not? I didn't hit enter on the there it is. I forgot to hit enter, love. There it goes. So that's it. Okay, so that'll be your homework. So somebody write down what homework tonight is. Homework is to definitely search for your name and variations of that name that may be considered confusing, just so you know for yourself. And I would definitely look to reach out to a trademark attorney, okay? All right. All right, so we're good on that, right? That was the hard part for tonight, y'all. That was the, whew, you thought I was exhausted. Now my brain really hurts. Or some of you, you might be really excited because you see that that you do have a chance to go ahead and get this legitimized, right? I will tell you what Rosina says, and this is, she has actually trademarked this expression. She says, you would not build a home on a land you don't own. So why would you build a business on a name you don't own? Something like that. It's trademarked somewhere in there. So I'm giving credit for it. I'm sure she's not going to sue me because I'm throwing her business, but I'm just letting you know, you can even trademark things like that, those expressions. So somebody else steals your expression or uses it in order to gain business, then you have some repercussions, okay? All right, all right. So if we're ready to move on, I want everybody to give me a 100, 100. We got this energy together. We got this information together. And now we're about to get on to the good stuff. We're going to play with these logos tonight, okay? All right. And I want everyone to do this just because tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to look at how we should be using these logos, how these logos should be really helping to build our brand presence, right? How we're seen by others. And I'm actually working on this as well. So as I'm learning, I promise everything that I'm learning, all the money that I'm putting towards my development is essentially going towards your development too. Because y'all see me coming to y'all with all kind of new stuff every week. Because as I'm absorbing it, I'm also making sure that I am disseminating this information so that we all stay on top, okay? All right, so we're gonna play with this logo designer, and I'm gonna give a disclaimer about this one too. Well, first, before we play with the logo designer, I'm gonna give you a free resource. It's not the resource that I'm giving you, the link that I'm giving you is free, but it does not mean that the actual service is free. Okay, so I'm gonna go to, if you can all still see my screen, I'm gonna go to this site. I sent you the link for 99 Designs, okay? This is where you can actually post a bid for your project, and designers, depending on if your bid is appealing or not, designers can create work for you and you get to choose which one you wanna go with. So most of us know about Fiverr, right? So I'm gonna put the Fiverr link here too. Let me copy and paste that. Now, there is a difference between trademarking a brand name and trademarking your brand logo or image, okay? So you can have a trademark name, but maybe the way the image is not necessarily trademarked. Maybe the name is not, or the brand logo is not even trademarkable, if that's a word, because of how it was designed. If it was designed using clip art that you don't own, or was designed using a font that is not for commercial use, you may find yourself in trouble. Okay, so that's why it is important to have someone that is professional design your logo if it's something that you want to particularly trademark, and if you're going to be putting that out there on all your stuff, like especially packaging and that sort of thing. So am I going to tell you it's necessary? It is not necessary. It's not even necessary to trademark your name brand. However, does it offer you best protection? Is it best practices? Have people gotten burned by not doing this? Absolutely. Okay. So, so there's Fiverr as well. I'll go ahead and put that link in there. Move out of my way, little Zoom screen. These little Zoom things are so aggravating. Okay. All right, let me put it up here. All right, so Fiverr, and just so you can see like what your style is, you have a minimalist type of style, a 3D where it might have some shading in it, a cartoon where it may have like a mascot or something that's a little more intricate in the form of, you know, a character, right? You have a signature type of font. That's really popular nowadays. It's always been popular to have a signature style font. It's very clean, very easy, very neat. And most of the time it is, you know, a commercial use font or a custom hand-drawn signature that is easier to trademark, because if it is your signature, who else has it, right? You have some hand-drawn, which is literally where they will draw out the elements so that you're not necessarily using any clip art. That's important. I see vintage. Vintage is popular for like beauty products, if you think of barbers and high-end type of hair care, like they'll usually have those kind of vintage look logos. And then watercolor, that's actually like a newer popular category. Years ago, a watercolor one would not have been popular as a logo because it was very hard to print those. If you think of screen printing and spot colors and that sort of thing, normally the transparency was not an option. So watercolor would be a very hard logo to replicate if you're doing traditional screen printing. You think traditional screen printing is usually a vector image and it's a solid color, and the more colors you have, the more it costs to print that as a screen print, right? So when you're thinking about your logos, you want to think about how can this be reproduced? Is sublimation the only way that I can reproduce this, or doing a full color process like direct to film, or doing a 4-color process is the only way that I can produce all of these colors and these effects? Well, maybe I want to dumb it down and minimalize it so that it can be printed as a 1 or 2 color design. Okay, that's something that you want to think about in your logo presentation. All right, and then they have like some other options here, but generically, these are some good categories to understand how you want your logo to go. Okay, so these are just some resources. We are going to play tonight on Canva. Y'all love Canva, and I found out that Canva has a logo maker, and we're going to play with that tonight. Okay, so let me know when you see the screen that I see right now. I want you to give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the chat. All right, all right. Good deal. So let's see, I'm trying to get back to the top of the ones. Tamika, would you like to share your screen, love? And you know, I'd rather work off of y'all screens and help you all than to just show my screen and just think that everybody's following me. So I'm going to stop my screen share. I think I'm going to stop my screen share. There it goes. Okay. And you can go ahead and share your screen, love.
I am. Oh, wrong one. I need to choose. Let's see. Screen 3. Okay.
All right. Looks like we're getting that screen share dialed up.
Right.
Okay. Now, you know what? Go ahead and copy and paste that link I just sent to you, because it takes you directly to the logo designer.
Okay.
I'm loving your notes here too.
Oh, you can see that screen.
Uh-oh.
Let's stop sharing for a second. Hold on. I gotta get to.
That's the good stuff
Good
right
check.
there. Anybody
Good
needs the notes, you know who the note taker is in the room.
Okay, let me go get let me go back up before the one. What time did you drop in? Let's see. Yeah. Give me a second.
I'll drop it again. I'll drop it
Okay.
again. Easy. There we go. Right there.
Okay. Let's click this. Okay, let's try this again. Share. I want to share screen. Still. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your
Okay.
screen. Great stuff. Okay. All right, so everyone should be at this screen. And then what you're going to do is click on that little purple button that says Start Designing a Custom Logo. All right, there. All right, and we're going to look on the left-hand side. And there's some, there's some ways to kind of search. If you have certain initials, you can type in initials. If you want to just scroll and kind of get a look for what's there. Just to give you an idea, remember I was telling you that watercolor kind of like this butterfly and this garland here, those are new age logos. We could not print logos like that because full color printing was a luxury, right? But let's say you wanted to get this printed as like a single color, or you want to cut it out of vinyl. If you think of things that can be cut out of vinyl are the simplest version of logos and the easiest to recreate, right?
Mhm.
So if you can start with something like that, it makes it so much easier to reproduce. However, when we see, let's scroll up a little bit, we see pretty things like this one here with the little cloud kind of watercolor type of in the background. It looks pretty, but if we were to want to screen print that, we would have to do screen printing with halftones to even look like we have that effect. Plus, we would definitely be looking at a 2-color design because there's no way you're going to print that without at least 2 colors. Okay. And then as we know in screen printing, you pay per color, just like vinyl, you pay per color, right? However, something like this where nothing is, you could have this as a 2-color design, but this one could always be a 1-color design because you could just change it, flatten it to 1 color. Okay, so I want y'all to think about those things as you're seeing like what appeals to you in designing, and just play with. If you already have a logo design, that's perfectly fine. I still want you to play with this. Maybe this could be like an alternate brand or an alternate presentation of your brand. Okay, so go ahead, see what floats your boat to find your lost remote, and I'm gonna see if I can help you.
I'm so undecided.
And usually just pick something that speaks, like something that stands out to you. Like usually, here's the thing, if you're scrolling and something makes you stop, there's something about that kind of got your mind going. That doesn't mean that's always going to be what you want, but it means that there's some element there. Was it because it had the script font, or was it because it had the monogram initials and you want to do monogram initials, but those aren't your initials, so you need to look a little further, right? So if you like anything, like oh, I like that this one has a box around it with little bitty text at the bottom and a box around the top, then you can use those as starting elements. Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be exactly what you want. Just tell me what about it really draws you to it.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you can even let's say if there's something that you love, like butterflies. If you type in butterfly up there, you'll find logos that have butterflies in them.
Okay, so here's what I'm going for. I'm interested in either the butterfly and or phoenix.
How did I know butterfly? Like that just came to my head. So butterfly and phoenix is a good one too. So you could type that in there. Uh-oh, what did it do?
Anything?
It heard us talking. It's probably trying to do something now.
Okay, Alexa.
See if we can go back.
So that's my login. See, now she's talking.
That's probably what it was. It once you're logged in, you'll be able to have access. Like if you have access to the premium content, there you go. Okay, so you're still logged in. So at the top there, type in butterfly and then type in phoenix and see, separately what you see. Okay. And
Type
see,
in both or just
no, just one. So if you like any of the butterfly ones, you can go from there.
okay.
If you want to try Phoenix and see if you see some different options there, because those are probably going to be very
Ooh.
different. Oh, I heard it. Ooh. I heard
Okay, okay.
it. And tell me what you like about this one.
I like it doesn't have depth, but it could have depth, and I like the transitional colors.
Ooh,
So
and how
it's-
about this? What I'm going to show y'all tomorrow. I'm going to show you how you can make it look 3D. Actually, it's a template that I'm just going to give you all. We won't do it in class because my whole point of this was not to get into Photoshop, but I got to give y'all some Photoshop files for free. So I'm going to give you a Photoshop file that takes your 2D logo. That's why I say make sure it's clean and simple, because we can make it look like it's 3D and like it's sitting on a brick wall or, you know, something like that. So this is perfect and clean to do for that type of effect. But yes, I also feel like, what's the name of your business?
Sublime Designs, Custom Creations.
Ooh, I love it. And then let's say at some point in time, if you wanted to change this, I could see that being a Sublime and then a design.
This one here.
No, what I'm drawing on the screen.
This one. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So this is why hand drawing a logo is like, that's going to be your best bet to have a unique logo, because you could take this butterfly concept, right? And I could say, oh, I want this to be an S, right? And then I want this to be a D. And maybe subtly it spells Sublime Designs, right?
Yeah.
And you would have to play with that like an Illustrator. You could play with, I think you can even play with it, exporting it out of Canva, because you would have the ability to edit the nodes, but you just have to be good with like Silhouette and Illustrator, those vector design programs. But you can essentially bend that into what you want it to be. But as it stands right now, it's gorgeous. You should be able to click on the elements there. And I want everyone to play with that. Like, make sure that you put your name in there. Ooh, already. Now what you could do, you could put Sublime up top and then put designs down small.
Okay.
And you'll notice that when it comes to logos, this is a very, very popular typography type of setup. So typography is when you design with just text, right? So you'll see that a lot of times they'll have big text, that's your main text, and then your secondary text will be smaller. A lot of times they'll actually have the secondary text like spaced out, like where it just, you know, it just really has a lot of space in between it, and it just looks really clean, and it looks like a true a long-standing brand. But this looks amazing just as is. You have also the ability to change the colors out here. So it goes right now from like purple to teal. But if you have your own colors, you can change those colors in here. I believe you can go up to that color right there. I'm not a Canva girl, but if I had to, I could work any program just because I know Photoshop. Right.
It's not giving me the option to
go to edit image. You know, this one may not actually have a fill color. This one may need you basically to recolor it, which is not my favorite, because if this were a solid image, you should be able to recolor that even with a gradient.
This is nice.
Yeah. And then you should be able to recolor that. I'm pretty sure you can recolor it. Here, click on the word Sublime and see if it gives you the option to recolor that. Okay.
Sublime, yes, but the
actual image, no.
big image, no. And I don't know about this one because this stood out as well.
Go ahead and click on another one, because you can always go back. It should keep the word Sublime Designs. You see that?
This one does. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so that one, I hate that, because that could really have been a great one to change colors of. But I will tell you a hack: if you know how to edit vectors, you can actually vector that image and make it and apply a gradient to it and make it whatever you want it to be. You know how we do.
Okay. Yes. No to the do I know vector. If you would have seen how I turned and looked at my screen to look at you.
I don't think one of us is seeing the camera right now. But this looks good. So I'm going to let you play. You look like you're in a good play area right now. You can do the same thing to look up the Phoenix and see if there are any logos there. Would anyone else want to share what they're working on so far? Maybe even get some guidance right now? If so, give me a 1 in the chat.
Excuse me, Shannon.
Yes.
Back to Tamika's design, if she would have clicked on the butterfly and then
Mhm.
maybe chosen effects, she might could have changed the gradient colors that way.
Oh, okay. So try that out. If it didn't automatically give you the gradients initially, then Nikita says to try the effects. Okay. And okay,
Mhm.
DC, let's go ahead and share your screen. And I would actually, I meant to show you all my process for design a logo, but I have my phone tied up right now, recording on the recording the YouTube. But what I did was I hand drew, like sketched out what I wanted the logo to be. And that's traditionally how a logo designer is going to work for you. Do I do logo designs for people? No. It's one of those things I'd rather focus my energy on providing like templated items that we can use over and over again. A logo is a very personalized experience for people. And if I did do logos, I would probably be charging somewhere around $2,000 because of the energy that I put into designing logos. I hand draw them first, and then I vector them. So I take them in an Illustrator and I actually create the curves and the lines and the presentation. I usually do about 3 or 4 presentations of it. And then when I'm happy with what I have, then I'll go add like the 3D effects to it. So I do a black and white logo first. Then I'll do a 2-color logo. I try to stick with only 2 colors because it's going to be less expensive to reproduce, like screen print. And then I make a sublimatable version of it, which I'll put gradients and make it look 3D, make it look like it's popping off the wall. So I usually have 3 different versions of my logo: black and white, 2-color, and then my 3D presentation of it, right? Okay. Yep, you should be able to use the free version of Canva, at least to play with the logo designer right now. Okay. Davina, oh, you want to learn how to design the logos from scratch? That actually would be for you because you are a designer at heart. So, oh my gosh, there's so many resources out there for that. As a matter of fact, what's trending right now on Instagram, and you're going to get hooked on this, Davina. When I tell you about this, you're going to get hooked on this, but don't blame me when you get hooked on it. Go to Instagram and start typing in branding, like hashtag branding, hashtag logo design. And when you see like all of these people come up with these really clean assets and how they're coming up with a brand package. So the brand package would have not just the logo, but it'll have the logo in presentation 1, logo in presentation 2. It'll have a background and it'll have like your colorway that goes with the brand. It's an entire experience. And because you're into like fashion patterns and prints as well, it will draw you to the back in the day fashion design program. It will definitely get your attention. But those are also brand packages that people are charging $3,000 to $5,000 for. So if you can imagine, if that's where your mind likes to go, my mind doesn't like to go there. I will go there and I can go there, but it's such a concentrated effort that I don't like to go there, because I can't template it, right? I can't make this over and over again. I can't make this an asset for other people to use. When you make a logo, you're making it for one specific person for one very special purpose, which is why you can charge so much when you're actually designing from scratch, okay? Now, if you're out there pulling together logos off of Canva, please don't charge nobody $5,000 for that. Please don't do that, because they will come after you, okay? Especially when they go to find out that they can't trademark it. All right, so let's understand some things that you can design from scratch, and it can be worth, I would not design a logo for under $500. You go on Fiverr, you take your chances with that, and it may very well be some clip art, unless you see them actually sketches. So I asked them to send me sketches first. Here's your tip if you're going to go on Fiverr and ask them to design something for you. Now, I know a lot of us have those cartoon style logos too. That's not necessarily something you have to worry about because it's kind of like in your likeness. So I'm sure nobody has that exact same likeness. However, that's not usually something that you're going to be able to brand with, okay? Because that's more of your personal brand. When you want to brand a line of products or you want to create a little logo that goes in the left chest area of a jacket or a bag that you want to create. You want to think of something that is replicatable, duplicatable, and easily scalable, okay? So when you think of Louis Vuitton, they might have some crazy designs on a shirt, but their actual logo, the thing that is branded, is very, very simple. It's an L and a V, right? When you think of Gucci, they have a few presentations of their brands, right? As a matter of fact, I can, Lisa says, I paid $75 for mine on Fiverr and was not satisfied. I'm telling you, tell them, hey, send me a sketch first. I'm going to do a deposit. I know you want $75. I'm going to give you $25 to start my sketch. If they don't give you a sketch, they're more than likely not even making it from scratch. They're finding stock images and clip art to build your logo. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen for a second, and this is something that I want you all to while you're working on your logos. I'm just gonna be talking because I know y'all are working. I want y'all to be working. Let's see. Let me share my screen. Boom, diddly boom. Okay, so I want you to tell me in the chat, what is your favorite brand? What is your favorite brand? And I'm going to break down some things about that brand, okay? This is going to be fun. So what is your favorite brand? Even if it's not one that you at this time can even purchase, but you like the feel of this brand, you love the ambiance that that the store has for this brand. What is your all-time favorite brand? Okay. I see Nike, Adidas, Coach. Okay, let's look those up a little bit. So I'm going to look up Nike, and I'm going to images. Okay. Now, do we have several presentations of Nike? We have the swoosh, right? And then we have a word mark. The word mark is are the letters that are there. The word Nike with the swoosh, and the Nike itself is slanted, right? So that seems like a pretty easy logo. Is that really complicated? Is that easy to reproduce, right? You also have where they just use the word Nike by itself without the swoosh, okay? So you have word marks, and then you have your image illustrations. Let's say, okay, I see y'all coming through with the name brands now. Let's go. Okay, Coach. Let's go with Coach. And here's another thing too. When you find out what logos and things that you like, find out why you like them. What is it about it? So Coach has a few different presentations, right? Coach is seen here. This is called a serif font. Serif is when your font has little feet on it, okay? The little feet, it's not just exactly clean, but it has these little feet. So that's a serif font. So what you may want to look for is commercial serif fonts, so that if you like the look and the feel of that, you can emulate that without copying it, okay? Also, you can look up just what font Coach uses. And you may not find the exact font. However, you may find something that works in that same regard. Okay. You'll even have, like, look how Coach has here, and then it has New York underneath. So the word New York is a sans serif font. That means it doesn't have the feet on it. So find out why you like a logo. What of it stands out to you? Why is it appealing? And they have a pretty intricate logo here, but it's black and white. So if they ever needed to embroider that logo, or they needed to screen print that logo, or they needed to make that logo out of metal so that they could put it on a purse, right? Look, here's a perfect example. That little logo is very intricate, but they found a way to put it into a metal emblem. If your logo can't be turned into a metal emblem, if it can't be stitched, easily stitched, because almost anything can be stitched nowadays, right? And if it can't be screen printed, then maybe you need an alternate logo. So yes, I love y'all's logos that have the cartoons and you're holding a heat press in one hand. I don't know how y'all holding a heat press in your hand, but you're holding a heat press in one hand, and then you're holding t-shirts or something else in the other hand. I love those. they really do stand out. It lets people know what you do, right? If you were to wear that on a t-shirt, especially sublimation, you get to show off how far sublimation can go. But imagine trying to screen print that design. You're going to have a heck of a time, right? So I want you to think of a logo that you can easily screen print, that you could easily turn into a very classy emblem like this, because at some point in time, I want to see all of y'all's emblems in metal on a high-end purse or a pair of shoes or a jacket or a scarf or whatever it is that you want to do to build the look and feel of your brand. I want you to be able to do that. Okay. So Coach, we just looked up. We talked about Louis Vuitton. Let's go LV. Let's go Louis. And you see it's simple. L and a V, 2 letters. That is a serif font. You see the little feet on the end. And you will see other presentations of it. You see it as a pattern. You'll see some crazy drips coming off of the LV. It'll be blinged out at times, like the earrings here. You're going to see other presentations of it, but at its core, the simplest version is black and white. If you can do your logo in black and white, you can do your logo any kind of way. Okay. Let's check another one. Alfani. Okay, let's check Alfani. Look at that simple font. That there is again a serif font. Do y'all see a pattern here? I know we like to be extra. I'm the one that loves to be extra. I take my serif font. I think you can see right now. I don't know if I'm showing up on the screen right now, but I have bling all inside of my text, but it's a serif font for N8. It's just a clean serif font. I don't even remember which font it is, but it's a clean serif font. And I just did some crazy stuff to it and put some drop shadows and some gold around it and some little bling inside of it to make it extra, because I'm extra. You know I'm extra. But at the core, my logo can be black and white. Does that make sense? All right, so let's go Gucci. Somebody said Gucci. Come on, Gucci. Now, Gucci has a few presentations. They have the double G, right, on the belt. They actually have the word Gucci spelled out, which is a serif font, a semi-clean, but still a serif font. It has those little feet at the top and the bottom of the eye. That's how I know it's serif. Okay, then you have this G versus the G that they use going the same direction. 2 totally different presentations, but it's the same brand. You see how they'll spice it up and make it look metallic? I don't even know if that's theirs, by the way. But you can spice it up, make it metallic, make it 3D, but at its core, can that be a black and white design? Yes, it can. And here it is. Here it is with all the souped up effects. And here it is, black and white. Okay. Okay, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Let's see, or Louboutin. Let's look up Louboutin. Louboutin. Come on, Louboutin. And then let's look up logo. This one is a signature. See, signature. Christian Louboutin. Okay, signature. So remember, there are different types of logos. You want to do a signature? Do a signature. That could be always unique. And that's somebody trying to make it look 3D there. It's not the cleanest, but you can understand how something can be flat and you can still have another presentation of it. Okay, and here, that's not exactly the same signature that's on the logo, but they took a presentation of this L and did a little bit of a feature to it so that it made a belt buckle. So there you go. But this can still be demonstrated as a black and white logo. Okay. All right. So, so just want to get that understanding. This is what I wanted you all to come away with today. I want to leave a little bit of time for you all to play, for you all to ask me questions. If you need my help, if you just want to say, hey, Shannon, what do you think about this? Oh, Chanel, let me go to Chanel because that's a very popular style logo as well. And it's funny how all of these logos that we're naming literally are high end. High-end logos that are very, very simple, very, very minimalist. And this is a sans serif, a very clean font. This is a little bit of a thicker sans serif, so it's not a thin font here. Okay, if you wanted to see some fonts that were similar to the Chanel font, that usually what I would do is I would also look up commercial. Uh-oh, if I can type on the keyboard correctly. So maybe you want to find some commercial fonts or some commercial use fonts that are like Chanel, if you like that style. Okay. Yes, Melissa, you can go ahead and I'm gonna stop my screen share so you can share the screen. I'm gonna let somebody in. And this is your time to have my time right now. So definitely make good use of that. Melissa, go ahead, share your screen, love. And then if any of you want any input on maybe the logos that you already have, what I need you to do for tonight, your homework is, I think I gave you homework to do your search for your USPTO.gov, US Patent and Trademark Office website search. You're going to do the trademark electronic system search. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I like it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, question. So the business is called Lifestyle Gear, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I just really want lifestyle. So I didn't know if I should do LSG or if I should do LS and then just put gear at the bottom.
You could do that. So so for instance, you might see like Louis Vuitton just used the LV, right? Or you might see, which one was it that we saw earlier that put it New York, it wasn't Chanel, it was another one that starts with C, but you don't always see the presentation of all of the elements, right? So even if yours is called LS Gear, you might just only see the LS for the majority of the presentation. And or if you want to put lifestyle gear, like lifestyle gear can be the whole bottom tagline. Here's the thing, when you trademark it, you're trademarking the name, right? But you can also trademark the presentation of the image, the presentation of that logo. So that's why you might see a few different ways that that Gucci is presented, you know, with the backwards G's together. You also see the word fully spelled out. That's a word mark. And then another version of the logo is to have the G's that go the same direction like the belt. So you can have several presentations of your trademark or your logo.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, love. This looks good. I like it.
All right.
And see how it'll tell you the fonts there. What is that? Hat and bold. So if you even wanted to create, like, let's say on your website, you wanted to continue this type of font, you can get the name of the font and use it in other places so that you're creating a brand presence, right? Okay. Anybody else want feedback? If you want feedback, I'm going through and looking here and see. Let me go back just a little bit so I can stay in order. Akia says Louis Vuitton because those are my initials. I love it. Okay. So let's see, Melissa, we just did yours. Lala, you can go ahead and share yours next. Excellent job, Melissa. Have fun with that. Now, if anyone needs help too, y'all are actually way more familiar in Canva than me. But if there's any way that I can help you, I absolutely will. I got to drink all my water up. hopefully I don't yell at y'all tonight and need need some more water. All right, so let's see. Lala, are you sharing your screen, love? I'm so glad you're loving this, Sharon. That actually excites me. I always think this is the boring stuff. Oh, nobody's gonna want to go over this in class. Y'all don't want to see this. Y'all want to make these live t-shirt designs and do some all over pressing and throw some smoke and some bling. So it actually excites me to know that this is beneficial to y'all. All right, so Lala, if you're not able to share, love, it's okay. It's okay. Van Teresa, you can go ahead and share your screen. I'll take a look at yours. Now, I do want y'all to keep in mind too that when you design something on Canva, I don't know if I've already said this, but if not, I want to be clear that you may or may not be able to actually trademark this logo. It depends on what fonts you use, if those fonts are available for commercial use, and if you're using any of their graphic elements, right? If you're using their graphic elements, then more than likely those graphic elements you won't be able to trademark. So you will have to do some variation of that to make it uniquely your own, okay?
Yes, ma'am. But I wasn't on Canva. I have a logo already and I wanted, so how would I pull it up? I have it on my desktop. So what do I do for you to share?
Yeah, just share your screen. I can take a look at it. Yeah, most of you all said you already had a logo. So if you want me to take a look at the logo you already have, I can definitely give you feedback on that one too.
But that's what I'm saying. Where do where do I share with?
You can pull it up in Photoshop. You can have it open on
Can you see my desktop? I'll pull it up in Photoshop.
No, it says you started screen sharing. It might be up. Hold on a second. Just give it a little second. I see your desktop now.
Okay, it's right here. I can click on it. Will you?
Yeah, and go ahead and click on it for everybody because I love your logo. Okay, so yours this is what's called so we have a few different categories of logos, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to put this in the chat as well. So for the most part, you'll have like 3 different kinds. You'll have an image, a word mark, and a monogram or initial. So yours is more of a monogram or initial, and it has a little bit of an image because it has a shield in the stars, right? In the rows.
And the person that did mine is similar to what you were talking about. When I went to her and she sent me this like 100 questions questionnaire, and when she came back with this, it was perfect because it actually means something. I just don't have the words on here because it's creations. And I have LDD Creations, which the LDD is the middle name of me and my children. The Rose is my mom. And that story. The shields, because I was in the Army and now I'm a police officer. And the 3 green stars is for the military as well. So it all has a meaning.
Yes. And that's the beautiful part too. Like the more it means to you, the more you're ready and willing to make sure that you protect it, right?
Exactly. So when you brought that up, I'm already figuring out, okay, so exactly. And I don't want to change it. I'll creations and probably a signature is what I was thinking as we were talking, but I don't want to change it because it was created with meaning.
Right. And I can see this definitely because it's vector, you can easily change this into a black and white design, right? So you can change it into a black and white design. You can make it look 3D and pop off the wall. You have so much that you can do with this logo because it is a cleanly designed logo. So it looks beautiful. I love the story behind it, and I love you too. So
I love you as well. I have I have a DTF with it in the I'm gonna show you real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Is it gonna show it on the video? Let's see. See if I can see my video.
When you were saying about changing the colors, and so I did the I haven't pressed it yet, but
hold on, let me spotlight that. Let me spotlight it for the one time. Yes, y'all see that? Oh, I don't know. Hold on a second. I don't know what. I think I have to stop the screen share. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. So I just have to press it, but it is without the color. So
you
it's
and you DTFing over there too. I love yeah, it even looks good as a solid color design, even with the drop shadow and everything that's on there with it looking 3D. It's
Yes,
still
ma'am.
phenomenal. So that's the true sign of a good logo, when you could do it in several different presentations and either way it goes or any way it goes, it looks good.
And it costs too. It wasn't cheap.
I know. You better tell.
Wow. Yes, ma'am.
But I'm proud of you because that means that you're really investing in your business. So that's major. And you know, I'm proud of you of everything that you accomplished so far. So keep going, Van Teresa. You know that everything that you do makes me smile.
Thank you. I love you as well.
Love you too, baby. All right. Anybody else want to share? Y'all are doing so great. I thought y'all was gonna think this is I don't know if I want to do this tonight.
I think I got it now.
Lala, okay, I see you, baby. Ink splash, yes. So let's see. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 6 colors in this design. Let's see. It might actually be more. Hold on. We have black, red, blue, pink, yellow, green, and white. So that's seven colors. Now, if you were doing this vinyl, what would you do? Would you do all 7 colors? Well, technically the
I would
white.
do all 7 colors. You know, I initially only had the 3 colors, which was the primary colors, the red, the blue, and the yellow, and then the black writing. And I don't know, I just dropped a few more drops on there here recently, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like, it looks so busy. I think I need to take some off.
Well,
I think
you
I got a little excited.
You can have different presentations because I see your 3 main splashes there. So when you're doing sublimation, you know, I tell you all the time, you're doing sublimation, go off, show off, let people know that it's sublimation. You're not gonna be able to touch this with vinyl or screen print, right? So you know, I'm all about as many colors as you can do, photographic gradients, drop shadows, do everything they can't do with that Cricut or that silhouette, right? You show off.
Right.
But when you're thinking of, okay, well, I need this to be the simplest version that it can be, so that at some point in time it can be, let's think of a metal emblem that I'm going to have on this really nice messenger bag, right? First of all, you want to make sure that elements are kind of clean and compact, right? So maybe I wouldn't have the additional little splashes on the outside, but just the 3 main splashes on the inside, still with the text there, right?
Okay.
So you could have the same effect, you just have a variation of that logo for different things. So let's say if I was doing a left chest design in screen print, then we would maybe take that down to a 1, 2, or 3 color design, because with screen print, you go over 3 colors, you might as well be DTF and everything else, because it's going to cost so much to do process colors for screen printing, right? So if you can screen print it, you can almost do anything with it. So, yep. So I would just go ink splash, and that's it. With those 3 splashes, that's your main logo, and everything else is an alternate.
Okay.
But I love it.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Now, keep in mind what we're going to do for tomorrow is we're going to take the elements that you have for your, so I need everyone to make sure you have a PNG version of it too. So if someone needs me to show you how on Canva, you make certain that it's the high resolution and PNG, then let me know, put a 0 in the chat right now, and I'll let you share your screen, and I'll make it to where you're able to get some help making it PNG file tonight. Okay. And where did my chat go? Chat, where you at? Okay, there it goes. Okay, somebody gave me a 0. Destiny. Destiny, did you said oops? Did you need to share your screen, love? If not, then Katina, you can go ahead and share your screen, and I'll show you how to make it PNG. What PNG means for if I want to make sure that everybody's staying on the same page. So PNG just means that it's able to have a transparent background. Now you can call it a PNG, but if you have a white background in there, it's not really PNG. Okay. Ooh, I love it. I love it. How you feeling about it, baby? Go ahead and unmute your mic, Katina. And then Destiny, I think I saw your comment too. Let me see it. I thought I saw what it said. Okay, I got you. So Destiny, you can share yours next. I'll take a look at yours next, love. Okay, so let's go to that background. See how that background is white? Uh-huh. Can you go to that and either make it transparent, or I actually just delete it?
So right here, background color.
Yeah, you should be able to. It won't let you change the transparency for the background color.
Is there any way to make this bigger?
Yes, go ahead and, matter of fact, just go ahead and delete that square in the background. You hit the trash. No, not trash can on that one. Oh yeah, the trash can on that one. I think you could just hit delete on the keyboard.
No, nothing happened.
Then it should have a background there though. There's a way we can delete it. Go ahead and change the color to something else. Like go back to the color palette and maybe it'll be a little bit easier to see what's going on. So change it to, there you go. So we know it's there. And then what you need to be able to do is not locked or anything. So Bernito, here's the problem. When people select transparent, when they export, it still has that background color in there. We need that background color to be gone. Are you sure you just can't hit delete or backspace on the keyboard and it delete that black box?
I just did that and it changed back to white.
No, it deleted it. That's what it did.
All right.
Okay, so now you can go ahead and select the main graphic and you can make it larger. So the main graphic, yep, and it should bring all of that together. Is it? No.
The words are not attached.
That's probably because it's not grouped.
Okay.
There you go. It should let you select it all. There it is. And then go ahead and drag it all together. Just resize it.
Okay. Oh, got it.
There you go. Looking good.
Sorry, I'm battling the cold.
It's okay, baby. Just you take your time. You do what you need to do. That's what I'm here for, to make sure that y'all make it through this thing.
I think
that's perfect. And you may want to center it because, well, you know what? Because it's not doing the background, I don't know if it's going to take the background square. But just in case, I would definitely center it more on the stage there. And just, yep, you could just move the whole thing down into the center. And you got it. The colors that you want and everything is ready to roll?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And you see how those little, just like in Photoshop, how that little magenta line pops up in the middle? Like I said, if you know Photoshop, you know just about anything. I'm not even touching this program and I can pretty much tell what to do in it. I do not design in Canva, y'all. That's not what I intend to do right now. But because I know Photoshop, I'm pretty sure that I can navigate most design programs. Okay, so now we want to save this thing, right? I'm going to use my marker here, and we're going to go to where it says share. Okay, and we're going to go where it says download. And here's the thing, right now it's only 500 by 500 pixels. We're going to crank that baby up. And then we're also going to make sure, if it won't let you crank it up, it's okay, because I don't want y'all to have to pay for this tonight. If the 500 is all you can get and we can get it for free, then we're going to go with that. Okay. Now, the reason why you can't do transparent background because you're in the free version of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I don't want you to have to pay for that. So I will also show you how to not get the transparent version. Let's go ahead and download this. And then a website, I just want y'all to go to remove.bg, and then we'll remove the background that way. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to buy this tonight. So if this is your workaround to not have to purchase it, then I want you to go with this route. Okay. All right, so once you get that downloaded, I want you to go to the remove.bg website. And I'll put that in the chat for everyone, remove.bg. I'll save that link too.
Keep going.
Yep, you can go ahead and upload the logo that you just downloaded. And this is a Photoshop free version. Like everything that we're doing this week, even if you can do it in Photoshop, my goal is to get it to where you don't feel like you have to do it in Photoshop, but you understand that Photoshop is going to handle almost all of your graphic needs. However, there are other ways to do it as well. Okay, so now you have your PNG. I want everybody to come to class tomorrow with a PNG version of your logo. Okay, that means no background. I don't want to see a square around there. I don't want to see any hard lines. If you happen to have a drop shadow or anything else on there, make sure that it's cleaned up, because we're going to take this logo and we're going to use it to show presentations of how we should be branding. So apparel, we're going to be looking at some other items where we should be branding as well. All right. So tomorrow we are going to do some of the funsy artsy stuff, and then we're going to get back to business on Thursday. Okay. All right. And for those of you who have Photoshop, you may use Photoshop for everything that we're doing tomorrow, because you'll be able to open this file in Photoshop, or there is a software that you can open it up with online that does not require Photoshop. But you won't be able to do all of the Photoshop files. Y'all know we have some extensive files. You can't do all of them, but you will be able to do tomorrow's file online. Okay. For those that do not have Photoshop. But if you have Photoshop, we're going to use Photoshop. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it for tonight, y'all. We're doing better on time. Anybody else? Y'all got me for 15 more minutes. If anyone else wants me to take a look at the logo, give you any advice, help you out. I think Destiny, you were next. If you want to go ahead and share your screen, love. Venturisa, it would be definitely helpful. If you have dual screens, it will definitely help you. If you do not have dual screens, you will be able to manage tomorrow. I wanted to make sure that no one has to have the full Photoshop dual screen set up, because some of us are just very, very new to this whole graphic game. And I didn't want to push anybody to have to get another screen for this one. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. What is this I'm looking at, Miss Destiny? What is
There's something else that I've been wanting to do a long time.
Yes.
Anybody that gets to know me know I am a talker, but I can help you. I could talk to you, I could coach you to the stuff that I love, right? So I was like, every time that I craft, whatever I'm crafting, it's a message involved in that, but it's also a mess. So that's
love it.
So it's actually supposed to be like this one, the top one, the craft message.
I love
but then
it.
At the same time, I'm like, man, when we hear podcasts and whatnot, we hear people how to build a business, mom podcasts and whatnot. There's not many for the crafters, So I was like,
I love it. I love it. You know I love it.
But then I said for my business itself, my business name is long, like I don't know what Shop Destiny's Watercraft. I'm tired of saying it already.
So here's the thing too, you all may realize it's okay to realize as you're going through, like I remember the first version of Innate, it was a letter N and a number 8, and people kept saying Nate Lab, Nate, and I was like, Nate, what? They don't see that as an N and an 8, so it's innate. Like in my head it made sense, but for others it didn't. So then we started to spell it out. So you're going to come across things that make you understand, like, okay, well, what translates to my customer? What do they best understand? So if they best understand the country creative, then shoot, roll with that. If it, matter of fact, I think I was calling it innate. I was saying, what's up, my loves and fellow creatives, right? And then people would say, yes, my fellow creators. And I was like, oh, I actually like creators better. So other people, the market told me what the market like, right? Okay. And the market will tell you every time what the market wants. So if you have people saying, yeah, what's up, Destiny's Crafts, right? And you're like, well, just call it Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Take what's going on in the market and don't take offense to it. Just figure out how to use it.
They call me everything but.
Well, I love the name Destiny in general. So, that means something. That means something to a lot of us.
So, and I like my name too, but then again, it's long too. I was like Destiny Archangel, just that by itself. But I'd be writing that all day. But then I was like, okay, I didn't want something that had my name in it. And the reason why is because I don't know if that's a flex or if it's not. But sometimes I get, and I'm happy of the come up that I have thanks to you and your templates. Honestly,
No, don't do that. Don't make me blush right now. Don't do that.
When I say squat about Photoshop, baby, I will look the other way. Only photos I had was the one on that my camera could take. That's it. I'm on Photoshop. But nonetheless, I started doing this and I leveled up. But now they call me literally just the t-shirt lady. Y'all don't want that name for myself.
How many of us in this chat? How many of us have been known as the shirt lady?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want something else for myself. Not that it's bad, but you know how many they got of us on the same street?
But you know what? That's an honor because when people call you the shirt lady, that means you're the one to go to, right?
Well, they tell me that for t-shirts and all things craft. Like, oh, you need something crafted? What? Go to Destiny. She know how to do it. But I started that and I'm trying to get away from that. I want us to simplify it because if I could simplify what I do, my target audience is then gonna come and I'll make more money that way.
So let me ask you, what is your target? Is your target, because you know how I feel about crafting when it comes to business, but crafting is a business. So yes. Are you wanting to, it sounds to me like you want to reach the crafters and coach the crafters, right? Just like I have the Craft to Quit program. Like it's intended for crafters. I want to reach crafters, but I want to take crafters to their entrepreneurial peak of basically being an enterprise, right? So I want to help them see that transition. But of course, we're starting as crafters. So in your case, are you taking crafters and just are we exploring the crafting world, right? Or are we taking them to a different level of business? What are you doing with them?
It's all beginners, people getting their feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, not teaching, but learning what I know. A lot of people are like, that's how you do that. And I don't want to hold back. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. So between Cricut and sublimation, that's basically what I teach. Every Saturday, I rotate the classes. And that's been going for me. I love to teach, you know.
I love it. I
got my thing. I can make your t-shirt and everything too. But I like seeing people message me like, Des, I've made my shirt for my baby and I love it. You know, I'd rather that than sis, you can make this shirt for me. I was like, yeah, I can, but it means so much more when you do it.
So how about this? What? And I know, and you know, I got your accent and your roots in there too. What about the Fleur de Craft? Have you seen if that is available?
I did, and it is. It said nothing was wrong with it. Nothing popped up, and I really did like it.
Okay, so while you got this sitting up on the screen, just in case there's some other folks from Louisiana here that think that's a good name, baby, go ahead and grab that one. I'm telling you, because that one speaks to culture too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if I'm not from Louisiana, but I recognize it as cultural, right? So I like that name because I think that you could brand a whole line of products with that. So as you're teaching and you come up with your own ink and your own paper and your own supplies, right? That Fleur de Craft sounds like it could be a global name.
I'm snapping right now.
And also, like,
when you read it out, all the rest of it, that's the one there. I've been trying to figure out something that stuck and that worked because I was like, I like all this. All this is me.
Yeah.
But which one?
You can have your segment. So your segment for your podcast could be, one of your segments could be, look, this is the craft message. Like, look, this is the mess that we finna talk about today, the mess that we're gonna work through. And as we're working through this mess in our minds, we're gonna work through this mess on our desk. You know, like you can play with that.
Okay.
And then coin yourself. I am the country creative. You came here to see the country creative. So you can take those terms and you can coin those terms in ways that aren't necessarily the brand of your product, but could be a trademarkable expression that you use to put on t-shirts or to coin yourself or to coin your podcast, right?
Yes, indeed. I'm the country creators of Fleur de Craft.
Let's go. I'm loving it. Definitely, Destiny. You know I'm always impressed. Everything that you've been doing. since the moment I met you, you hit the ground running. You didn't stop. And I am completely impressed by everything that you're doing. And congratulations. I got to publicly congratulate you. You did like graduation. You did 10K month of May. I will not forget that one. Good deal. And we got Christmas coming up.
And
What's
I'm
that?
taking my I guess you can say students too with me. Cause I'm sure telling them, I'm like, baby, grab this affiliate. You better jump in.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm here for it. Thank you. I really appreciate everything that you do for us.
Oh, you're welcome, baby. I appreciate you too. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. Anybody else need a little help? We got 5 more minutes. Coach Chrissy says that girl beasting. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Beauty and a beast. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see. Anyone else wanted to share? Go ahead and give me a 1 right now. I think we could do 1 more. Okay, Ashanti, go ahead, share your screen, love. All right, and Ashanti, go ahead and unmute your mic for me, love.
Yes, that is my logo as of right now. I have it on quite a bit of stuff.
Now the way that you produce your logo right now, is it primarily sublimation because you can use all the colors, all the shadows and the glitter effect and everything?
I only put the logo like on a sticker to put on bags, for my bubble wrap and stuff like that. And the care tag for the shirts that I have for vinyl has my logo on it and instructions on the back of it.
Okay, so have you ever tried to print this logo like actually as a neck label? Like, you know how we can tear out the gilding or the canvas label, and then we can press our own tag label in there?
So what I did was, because I started using transfers, I just used the bow part of it and put Spirit Up Designs and put that in as a neck label.
Got you. So so that's what I was going to ask. So basically you do have a variation of your logo that is more easily able to do the single color or 2 color design. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, Charity, I don't know what's going on over there, baby, but the phone sounded like it was getting eaten up by wind. I muted it. It's okay. So yeah, so I would say that, so you understand the concept of having 2 different designs. Now what you might be able to do, since I got the idea for the spirit with the bow, right? And then you want to translate the t-shirts too. Maybe you can do a simple 2-color graphic. As a matter of fact, let me see something here. Let me stop my share. I am not a Canva user. I am not going to proclaim to be. However, let me see if real quick, like, I can give you an idea of what I would do as a 2-color presentation. Let's see, let me do the Canva logo. Oh, y'all aren't seeing my screen, are you? Hold on.
No.
Okay, so this will be the last thing we do for now. Y'all can watch me struggle on Canva. Is that going to be exciting? Hold on, let me get on here. Y'all know I rep for my Photoshop, but I do recognize that there are some powerful tools out there that do not require Photoshop. And actually logos, I would design in Illustrator. All right, so I'm going to search for a shirt. Boom. And see. I might actually have to go with the clip art for this one because the logo itself is probably not going to impress me. Okay, let's roll with that and copy it. I'm gonna add on a different page. I'm gonna look for a bow. And let me look up elements. I want something flatter, easy to print. I'm going to go with this one. This isn't exactly what I want, but I think we can work with it. Honestly, I need something with an outline. I want to be able to pull it apart from the outline. Maybe something like that one. Okay, so I have a shirt and a bow. Can I break that apart? Probably. But I didn't like that shirt anyway. And I see you have the shirt like with the outlines and stuff. That has a little bit of gradient to it. And then that has a little too much, like it has some shading and stuff in there. But let's bring that to the front. Right click, I guess we'll send that to the back. And let's just add some text. And this is very crude. And then I would probably choose a less complicated version of this shirt because you really want this to be just a real clean, easy to print. Let me look up another shirt. I'll go back to elements. That two colors are one. There we go. I think that's just one dark color. But if you start designing in black and white, I think you get more of an idea of how it can present as a logo. So let's say this might be the word mark image version of it. But then maybe we have this version. Y'all look, I just did alt click and drag. I just did a Photoshop move and it worked in Canva. So let's say now I want to do like an initial version, right? So let me go back up. Like that. Let's go to logos. Oh, I forgot I have my little logo in here. So that's the one I hand drew, y'all. So I did this as a black and white one first. Then I changed it into a two color and then I made it like a 3D effect. But I wanted to show y'all all three versions of that, but that wasn't my point of bringing this in. All right. Let's just go ahead and make our own. Where's my link here? Chat. Or I can just pull it from my links. There we go. Pull it over here. SU. So let's say, let's go back. You know, one thing I don't like about Canva, when I go back, I like expect something totally different. Okay, so I want to do maybe an S and a U or a spirit up and find a way to like animate the up, maybe like put an arrow or something like that. So that's what I think about when I'm doing logo design to like simplify, even if I want it to be animated or have something that stands out. Trying to see if anything right here really fits. I don't think I have Pro, so I'm wondering why that isn't available. But see how this has movement, so that this S and this M, I would look at this S, and then if I could do a U here, and then the U could continue the circle, it looks like it'll have movement, and maybe even I could do a arrow there, or put the bow on the end of the logo somewhere. Like, I think you could really play with how that would affect. I wonder, can I copy this? Let me see. So I don't use Canva. It did it. I'm just doing this really crudely, y'all, so please forgive me. But you can have your S there for spear. You can still have your t-shirt, and just find a way to like simplify it a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So then you have your really ornate version, but then you have a simplified version. And then you maybe you still use your word marker or whatever it is. Another popular thing is to do words like it's a single word, but then do a part of the version of the text and a thin part of it. And then that makes it look like a simplified but upgraded version. So just playing with this a little bit, just giving you some ideas here of how to simplify that. But you basically want this to be able to be printed as a single color on like a neck tag label, right? So I can take this and make it white, and then all of that now becomes of one color. So if you can make something look good in one color, you can absolutely make it look good in multiple colors. That's the idea. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Oh, well, I told y'all that was it, because it's 10:07. Y'all need to go to bed so we can get up and get on this tomorrow. Okay, so before we leave, I know y'all be hanging out now because y'all know if I can remember, then I'll do something special at the end. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen. So I can figure out what's special to do, because I don't have nothing in mind, but I like to make stuff up. Y'all tell me, what do y'all want me to do? Oh, I almost ended the thing instead of hitting stop share. Y'all almost went to bed without a prize. Okay, what would y'all like to see? Queen says 75% off the Automizer. Okay, anybody second that? Anybody second that? What y'all want to see? A buddy, a buddy. Okay, 1,000, buddy, jig. Okay. Well, y'all want to do some goodie templates. Y'all want some. Do y'all have any specific template numbers? Huh? All right, so I'm seeing y'all want jigs. I don't know. We have to think about that. We still have y'all packed up the house on these buddy and jig orders already. So we're still waiting on supplies to come in. It should be coming in this week for us to fulfill those. Okay. All right. 75% off coupon looks like the consensus. So since I don't want to just give it to one person, I want to give it to everybody. So this is going to be a team effort, right? But the only way this is going to happen is if teamwork, got to make the dream work. Okay. So everybody that can, turn on your cameras. Turn on your cameras. Let's do this for the one time before y'all go to bed.
Cool.
All right. Now, here's what I want to see. I don't want to see the funky chicken dances and nothing. I want to see some brands. Are you wearing your brand? If I can find 5 people that are wearing their brands on camera tonight, then y'all get the 75% off. Is that fair? That's only 10% for the 50 people in the room right now. It's 62 of y'all in the room. I only asked for 5 people to have their brand. If you have on your brand, I need you to unmute your mic right now.
Woo, woo. Got on my brand.
Hey, Coach Corey saved y'all for one time. For the one time. Melissa got y'all. Melissa got y'all. Let's see. Angela got y'all. I see 3. Let me look around the room. Let me look around the room. Okay, Davina, look. Davina, you gotta have it on, baby. It's gotta be on. You better go around the corner. Well, you have on your brand too, right? Okay, so that's 4. Let's see, John. Look, John let you know.
Coach Chrissy got hers on. Coach Chrissy.
Hey, so John, Coach Chrissy saved you. I think Ava got on her stuff right now. Yes. So Eleanor, I see y'all. Hey. I ain't never seen y'all represent like that before. That's how I want y'all to represent out there on them streets. Hey, baby, I see you. I see you. So everybody's gonna get the 75% off code tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and make one up right now, and I'll put it in the chat here. So those that are in the room get to take advantage. Those in the room get to take advantage. Okay. And what I'll do, I'll make it good till tomorrow. So just in case, I don't want y'all staying up late if y'all don't need to. I'll make it good for tomorrow till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. All right. So hold on just a second. Y'all know I don't multitask well, so I got to do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. All right. So coupon code, boom. Percentage 75% off. It will work for products, any products. So that'd be any template, including the Automizer. You may use this on tonight. It is going to expire tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm creating the couponage now. And y'all just use the code because something was going on with them links last time, y'all. And I don't trust Pody. All they got to do is burn me one time. I don't trust it no more. So something was going on with the link. The link makes it so that the coupon code works for everything. But that link was jacking people up last time. And I feel really bad. Podia did apologize. They didn't apologize publicly, but they did apologize for their mess up. And I just want to make sure that we're all good. So there's y'all's coupon code. Let me make sure. Somebody let me know if it works. Somebody let me know if it works.
9U3H3T.
Shannon.
Yes, love.
Let me ask you a quick question. On the t-shirt one that we did on Sunday that have the sweater.
I think what was it? Was it a hoodie I gave y'all?
Yeah. So when I was redoing my first skin pack, and I put it in there, and because the sweater is not in the mega Automizer, it's still showing like a link.
Okay, got you. That's what I meant to do. I need to put, so I'm glad we're talking about the Automizer tonight. I need to put the new version of the Automizer on there because it has a sweater, it has a zip up jacket, it has the button. I thought I did that. So basically you're going to go back and you're going to re-download the Automizer with all the fresh new stuff in there. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so thank you so much for telling me that, especially since everybody's all excited about this Automizer tonight. So yeah, now the Automizer has a hoodie in there. It has a zip-up jacket. It has the buttons. It has ID tags. It has a banner backdrop. It has a retractable banner. We're going to get into that stuff too, because that's stuff that now that you know how to design in Photoshop, y'all could be designing people's backdrops. Do you know how much you can charge for those? Especially with the Automizer, where it's going to automatically put the elements where it's going to match with the shirt and match with the party favors and all that stuff. So I hope you all are really taking advantage of what the Automizer can do, not just for you, but how it can help you display to your customers several things.
Miss Shannon, should we wait until tomorrow for the Automizer if you're going to update?
You can, but when you purchase it, you're going to have access to it for life anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the file. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and purchase it so you don't forget about it and not get to use your 75% off coupon, because right now it is $1,200. We're going to keep it at that price and only allow people that basically are taking advantage of being in the room to even have an option to do the coupon code. Because once we do our next rollout, we should be complete with our 50 items that the Automizer can design. And then I'm going to show you all how to use these on a Shopify app that lets you customize, lets your customer customize these things.
Are you adding the bow to it?
Is the bow, I don't think,
bow?
I think it's on the list, but I could put the bow on there because I created the just like we did the ribbon, we could do the bow.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So Cassandra says, I just learned how to use the Automizer today. So for those that don't know what the Automizer is, just real quick, I don't mind showing y'all and sharing that. Let's see, let's go to the Academy. I'm sharing my screen right now. Y'all can hear.
Are you gonna add the round backdrop to it?
The round, what's a round backdrop now? What you talking about? Talking about what's behind me?
The circular backdrop. Yeah, like the one that's behind you, but round in a circle.
Oh, so how do you make a circle backdrop? Do y'all go get it printed custom and then it's cut out of foam, or how does the backdrop go?
I'm still trying to figure it out. So I know they have the fabric for it, like on Amazon. The frame itself is circular, and it basically looked like a hoop and everything. And so what I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do is just buy some cardboard or something to go inside of it to stretch it and then press it. Like, hey, press it. I wanted to send it out to get it done, but it's not going to be available in time.
So with the Automizer, I know we were doing the products that are most popular. If that's something that's becoming popular and I don't know about it, then put it in the there's a list that I asked, like, hey, what do y'all want to see on the Automizer? And put it on that list, because I'm working through there and seeing how many people ask for certain things, because my goal is to get it up to 50 items before the end of this year. And then I'm just going to add items as things become popular. So if like these arches that are behind me, these are actually printed with vinyl, and then they're on a foam core, and then they're cut out custom. But these are really popular, and this is going to be popular for especially people that do parties. They want to do the balloon garlands around it and stuff. So I think that's what's popular for the circular stuff. If it's what I'm thinking about, it's popular for that too. When you put the balloon garlands around the circle. Okay, so in that case, most of the time people are sending that to an offset printer. And if you want me to go over that in this challenge, I wasn't planning on it, but I can put together my list of my printers that I use. I gave it to you one time in one of the classes. Let me put it on my list here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome. All right, so let me put it on my list to share with y'all tomorrow and put it at the top of the list, because I know y'all remind me if y'all want something. Y'all sure remind me. Okay, so this is we're gonna do the print suppliers, and I want to mention this too for like the business cards and stuff. We're going to need to do a class just on business cards. When I show y'all how we can do some off the chain, I know we don't use off the chain no more, but that's how good these business cards are, where you can do, and I think Chandra's here for blow prints. She did the suede cards with the UV overlay and the spot UV color, or it's really a clear UV. All of those different effects you can do with business cards, you can do it with your flyers. And when I tell you, you hand somebody something, they don't want to throw it away because it's that nice. That's the differentiation between you being a premium, provider of graphics, and someone else that may just have that regular old glossy flyer that everybody just, throws on the ground or leaves on their windshield. And when it rains, it gets stuck on the windshield, like all of that. Your clients aren't going to want that to happen, because they're going to want to hold it in their hand because they want to cherish how nice it is. That's how I want your products to be. So, so we can't go over that in this challenge, but I'm definitely going to at least cover some of those ways that you can stand out. And we were supposed to do our digital card, but we'll save the digital card for Thursday. Let me ask y'all in the chat while y'all are here, who does not have a digital card yet? If you do not have a digital card, give me a 0. If you have a digital card, give me a 1. And if you don't know what a digital card is, it's a 0. Okay, so let me know in the chat, because I need to know. We have to have that before we finish this challenge. It is a must. It is a must. Because even if you don't have a physical business card, when you bump into somebody, I can't tell you, I've collected thousands of impressions just by having a digital business card, and people being able to scan my QR code or me being able to text it to them real quick. I've connected with so many people, hundreds of people, but thousands of impressions, just because of that. Okay, so where did the chat go? There it goes. Okay. Not branded with your colors. Okay, we could change that. Okay, so I see a lot of 0s. Ooh, we got to fix that. So I'm glad for this. I am so glad for this, because we need that. We will do digital business cards on Thursday, so y'all don't miss Thursday. We got to get those digital business cards done. Okay, digital business card, it won't take no time as long as we all stay on task. But you need your logo. So make sure you have your logo and make sure you have a nice picture of you, a nice photo of you. And if you can go ahead and do the, you don't even have to have it cut out or anything. It could just be in a square, okay? All right, cool, cool. Oh, I was gonna show y'all the Automizer. Oh, Lord, look at Coach Chrissy on there. Okay, so this is the Automizer. For those who don't know what the Automizer is, it allows you to create a design pretty much one time. Let's say you're going to create the t-shirt design. Once you create the t-shirt design, it takes each of those elements. Hold on a second, I got a little noise going on here. Okay, so once you design one of the elements, so let's say, or you design one item, one substrate, the t-shirt, it will also propagate and design other things. So I'm going to show you what we should have in the package, which I apologize because I thought that I uploaded this. Desktop. Okay, this is our master Automizer. Yeah, because we played with it, so I already opened this one up. But as you can see here, this is the master. The master has everything on it. I don't suggest you work from the master because it is huge, but I put everything on the master just so I know every time I make something, I want to make sure that it's on there. But as you can see, some of the mock-up items that you have a backdrop there, chip bags, the casket insert, Capri Sun, the buttons there, retractable banner. That's actually really popular, and these only cost about $125 from the supplier that I'm going to give you. Banners here, you can get banners for like $30, and you should be able to sell these 3x6 banners for at least $80, at least. Okay, and then the supplier that I'm going to give you, usually in your town, it has a supplier that can get them to you within 2 business days. Mine does usually 1 day ground shipping, and it's located in Florida. So usually I get it, if I get it in by 10 o'clock that morning, I can get it next day most times. Okay, and some of you have locations where you can even go pick them up. So gift bag here, let's just go through these real quick so we all can see. All right, so
your bar thing is in the way again.
Oh, little stupid Zoom bar, stop it. Can y'all see now? Bar out of the way. This bar be tripping. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I moved it. Is it still in the way?
It's at the top. It's good now.
Okay, because I don't know how to, like, if I try to put it on my other screen, there it goes. Okay, so it's on my other screen now. All right, so let's see. We can start with the products here. You have the grave blanket with the stone, so that mocks it up. Now, what the Automizer does, yes, it's going to show you a mock-up, but it also gives you a printable file, a full-scale printable file. So when you design one thing, you design one shirt, it will automatically update these elements. So let me see if I can show you this right now in the form of, let's say, this banner. So we have the t-shirt here designed with the Jordan, but the banner might be a totally different layout. So when I open it up here, I'm going to open up the graphic because this is the mock-up of it. Okay, and then I should be able to right click and update all modified content because I did play with this and mess with it. So it should upgrade to the new colorway and the new text. Let's give it a little second. Now this is a huge file. This is a 72 by 36 banner. That means this is a 3 by 6 foot banner. So this is a huge file. Now, mind you, I don't have to design this banner because the last time I designed the t-shirt. So the only thing that I may have to do is move a couple of things around. You see how it automatically designed it with the whole new theme? That's what the Automizer does. So the idea is that you design one thing and then that image, those images propagate in the correct format because you know this was not the layout for the t-shirt. But now I have something that works for both presentations, whether it be a long banner or a tall banner or a portrait t-shirt or a tumbler. You know, a tumbler has a wrapping that goes all the way around. So the idea here is that once I save this here, it's also going to save to my mockup. That's my printable file here. And of course, I do a file, save a copy. I save a copy as a JPEG, just so that if I change anything, I have a flattened version of this. And then that's my mock-up. And when I hit yes to save that, it should also save it here on my mega mock-up. Do y'all see that? That's what Automizer does. Now, it does require some understanding. It requires a little patience to get the elements and the system to it right. But once you understand the system of it, like you're just going to be sitting there double clicking on stuff, switching it out, and giving your customer everything they didn't know that they wanted in one delivery. Okay.
Shannon, excuse me, can I ask? I have the original Automizer and I can't find the other one to upgrade to this.
It will be, look, Chrissy says it's Automizer 004. So when you go into the back end of your account, so let's see, am I logged in here? Logged in, I'll go to my products. You refresh here. Go to my products. And technically, if you already own it, you could just look up 004. And it's going to be there. And then you go to right here. So it's going to replace this one. You see how it has this one now? So you'll probably see it'll be like 1.1 instead of 1.0. So every time I upgrade it, I'm going to just change the number so we know that it's different. So whatever you have zipped, if you have it zipped, you don't ever mess with the zip file. It'll be clean, untouched, and then you're going to have a new version of the zip file. I would delete the old zip file once I have the new one, just because it takes up quite a little bit of room.
Okay. 004.
Did it work for you?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And if you don't see it, it's probably because you don't own it. And if you go to more products and you type in 004, the reason why I don't see it is because I already own it in my products. Okay. And the only way to purchase it basically is to purchase the Automizer, and it's AUTOMIZER. And that's one of the trademarks we're working on.
I purchased the original, like the very first one. So you're saying when I go to my products?
If you purchase there was a starter one that was available in the very beginning. And the premise for the starter one was that, hey, if you get the starter, you won't get all the extra stuff, but you'll be able to get started with this one. So do me a favor, contact Erica if you're able to do it within it. Do you know if you paid $300 for the starter pack, or do you know what?
I think it was 300.
Okay, if you can screenshot that and send it to her, then she can automatically and manually input you into the vault. Okay.
Okay.
And then that way we'll work that out.
Oh wait, I see here it says
now if you got it for free in the challenge, y'all had a sweet deal in the challenge. That challenge where y'all let me go see Myron. Y'all, I buttered y'all up. Y'all buttered me up for that one. I gave y'all the Automizer for $100 when you were in that challenge. But
I got it just before that for 300. And I do see here 004 vault bundles. Is that it?
When you have it, you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, Natanya, you missed that one, baby. I gave it. Listen, because everybody was so nice and said, "Don't worry about us tonight, Shannon. You can abandon us and go have dinner with Myron Golden." And I was like, you know what? I love y'all. I got something for y'all. So I gave everybody the Automizer as is for free that night. And then I said, hey, if you want the vault that basically you'll be able to get all of the future additions to it, just spend $100. I made the Automizer vault $100. And some people didn't take advantage of it right then. And I'm sure they're sorry about that. But listen, y'all get some rest tonight. I'm going to work on cleaning this Automizer file up and uploading it for you all. And you all will have that. Okay, so you got your 75% off coupon code. Ask me about something else tomorrow. Y'all still talking about jigs and everything else.
Thank you, Shannon. I sent you a picture of my first skin pack in your in thing. I thought I was so happy.
Okay, hold on. I see something I can down. Hold on. I can download it. Hold on. Do you mind if I share it on the screen?
Oh, it's fine.
You know, I got to show off. Where did it go to my downloads? Come on, boom, diddly, Y'all don't be copying my craziness. Yes, let's go. I love it. Come on with it. So yeah, so now you need to be able to do your hoodie and your goodie.
Look, excited that we had that class on Sunday. I was like, yes, baby.
You put it to work, didn't you?
I had to try it out.
I love it. I love it. So how do you like having the test screen now, allowing you to see all the elements at once?
I was even trying to put that in each different one because it's just there to just see everything at once.
Right. Now, I will tell you this, that file is humongous. So be careful, like using the element, like if you do a screenshot of it somewhere, you're good. But if you take all of those elements and you drag it somewhere else, you're going to be stressing your computer out.
I'm trying to drag it in every skin pack.
So you're saying, yeah, you're trying to do the conversion. Absolutely. Yeah. And for those of you who you want help with the conversions, look at my nephew on there. Look at Levi.
I promise you, he's not on the original.
You definitely, because he's on the TikTok. So you did your thing. So TikTok was template number what?
127.
So you took 127, you turned it into your own skin pack, and now you're ready to roll.
Yep.
That's
I always like that pack. So I was like, this is the first one I'm gonna try and see. Let's see.
I love it. Look, Levi get his little attention. That's when his head was just a little bit smaller. Oh Lord.
And real quick before you leave, I have a question. So I'm trying to understand what's the difference between the Automizer and the skin pack.
Okay, a very good question, Morticia. So a skin pack is the input. It's basically, you know how you have a template that we're using in regular classes, and let me show the difference here. This is what where are we? Here. Okay. Let's go back to here. So the Automizer itself, it already has its own natural design elements to it, right? So you can literally go into the Automizer and just only change out the colors, only change out the text, only change the background, and it will update everything for you. However, a skin pack is usually one of the templates, like Coach Chrissy did this one. She took 123, right? And then she took the template and turned it into a skin pack. So what I taught y'all how to do the other night was how to take one of your templates and turn it into a skin pack. It's a very methodical way it has to be done. It's almost like a computerized artificial intelligence way that the templates think. Okay. This is why I didn't want to confuse anybody with doing it. However, I want to give you the option to do it yourself. If you get like really twisted and turned up and this is not something you want to do, then there's also an option. You can pay $40 and somebody will help you make a custom design. So let's say you have a photo, a school, the colors, and say, hey, turn this into skin pack for me, please. That skin pack will automatically propagate into this Automizer to create the water bottle label, the banner, the graduation stole, etc. Does that make sense? So a skin pack is, you see how it has like these little pieces here? This is what you're going to copy these pieces and you're going to replace what's already in your Automizer. Then that way the blue graduation file gets replaced with the yellow and gold, or the gold and gray football files. So the way that the Automizer thinks, it thinks like, hey, I need input. What is my input? You have existing input, and then you can replace the input with the substitution from these skin packs. So a skin pack essentially is like a video game. You have like an outfit that the player wears. This is the outfit that the Automizer wears. That's why it's called a skin. So you can have 125, the regular template, but the 125 skin pack is what's going to work in the Automizer. Does that make sense? Okay. So basically, we're taking your request. So when you pay $40 for, it's basically, we're custom designing it for you too. So if you have your own photo, your own logo, your school, we're going to custom design it for you and make it a skin pack and make it a smart template if you're not quite ready to use a skin pack. So you'll have both versions. And we send you the PNG, the flat PNG, so you can go ahead and use it as an all over or 13 by 19. Okay. So that's just a service that we're offering now, but pretty much we'll have this all built out. It's like every single template will also be a skin pack, and we'll have that available. Okay.
Shannon,
Oh, where? Yeah. Whoa! Who's that? Who's that? LaPortia that you love?
Yes, I was wondering if you can upload the Sunday video to the class. I did go back. I didn't see our class recording.
The video is not on there from Sunday?
No, because
Okay.
you did show us a lot that day how to upload that skin pack, but it's a lot to learn, and I'm gonna go back and watch the video.
It might have. Okay, did we do it on you? If we did it on YouTube, I'll ask Erica. E, if you're in the chat right now, can you upload that video?
Thank you so much. Sunday's
class. Thank you. And then also make it available to the with the unlocking classes. Yep. So it is on YouTube, but we can. What I usually do is I usually put the YouTube link as well as the Zoom, but we'll go ahead and put the YouTube link because you'll have access to that immediately. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Y'all are the best. All right. Can I go to bed now? I love y'all. But...
Wait, I have a question. The one-on-one sessions, can we use that for automizers?
Okay,
like
so
to teach us or no?
Yeah, technically. So one-on-one was one that you built yourself, but I also gave you my version of too. So if you follow that same class that we did on Sunday, you can take all of those elements and build yourself a skin pack, or you can request to have the skin pack built for you for whatever project you want to do.
I'm sorry, I think I asked you wrong. The one-on-one that you paid $60 for an hour. Do you guys teach us the Automizer or whatever?
If you can get it done in an hour, it's hard to get. Y'all see how long it took me to do it. It took me an hour and a half to show y'all how to do it, right? Not saying that it probably will take you more than an hour if it's your first time doing it. So you may have to pay for 2 hours. Look, Tanya's over there. It's probably gonna take you 2 hours even with help. So I'm just letting you know that ahead of time that you want to, give yourself that time. So you could purchase 1 hour, and then what happens is usually, hey, we're about 10 minutes into the next hour, you can purchase another hour, or we can stop it there and then we can come back for a second session. But I guarantee you it's gonna take you more than 1 hour to do your very first skin pack. But yes, you can request to do that as a one-on-one service.
Will we be able to watch your Sunday video too, or is that just a certain class?
No, you can watch the Sunday video. As a matter of fact, it's right here on the YouTube itch. Let me grab it real quick. This one right here. And then I'm going to go to share. I'm going to grab that link and I'm going to put it in the chat for y'all. And then we'll also go ahead and embed it in the back end of the academy. Okay. So y'all good at speaking up now. Normally y'all don't have nothing to say to me. Y'all be ready to go. I love it though.
I'm not sure if you've seen my message. You know how we did the party pack and for the party favors, and we can go in and be able to print with the multiple prints like the water bottles and all that.
Yep.
Is that in the vault as well?
You know what? I think that it's not in the new one, but it was in that party class. So let me
I added it in the Automizer 004 vault bundles. That other file is in there. It says master party favor print file, and I added that in there.
Okay, but if it's not in with the original one, it may not, if it's not zipped into the original file.
No, it's not zipped in.
Okay, so they would have to relink it, but let me put, before I upload this one tonight, then let me go ahead and combine what you have there so that it will be all one file. Okay, so then that way it won't confuse anybody. So that one. Okay. So Chrissy, if you can just send me, email me that one so I can combine it.
That was what didn't have that one didn't have the link to it. It was just the one where you take where you run the image processor, and then you take those JPEGs and put it in that print file and print it. Do export to PDF.
I got you. So what you're saying is basically just keep all those printables just separate from the Automizer in general.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Then that way we don't have to worry about it. It's just a smart object and it's not a linked file. That makes sense.
Okay, that's what I ended up doing, going back to that so I could be able to print it up. I just was wondering if it was in in there and I just missed it or what have you.
That makes sense. Okay, so yeah, that sounds good. And so that's how we'll do it. The printables where it has multi-sheet printables will just remain separate. And those are really those are Coach Chrissy's ways of simplifying it for you all and allowing you to print multiple iterations of that to a single sheet. So you don't have to worry about trying to place it in a way that optimizes that one sheet of paper. Okay. So yes, I would, Nisi, I would definitely at this point, I will wait till tomorrow before you don't delete what you already have on your computer. Wait until tomorrow and you'll see that the version, because right now it says version 1.0, you'll see it say V1.1 or 1.01. So then every time we do a new version, it'll say 1.01, 1.02, etc. So you'll know which version. Felicia says, yes, I'm spoiled. Felicia, we know that, but we love you because you stay committed. So at least you're using your stuff. We cannot be mad at that. You are welcome. You're welcome, Nisi. Good night. Good night, y'all. Listen, I ain't even gonna give nobody else a chance to say, Shanon. Look. Wait. I gotta see y'all on camera. Let me stop my screen share so I can tell y'all good night because I very rarely get to see y'all. Only time I get to see y'all is in the challenge.
Oh my God.
Oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? What the going ons? Where's my Zoom stuff at? Okay, there we go. All right, listen, I appreciate y'all. I love you dearly. And until next time, which is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
Good night, Shanon.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Y'all be good. See you tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Night. Good night, Shanon.
Good night, Shanon.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.